Tonight, the death toll in the Middle East is rising, with violence escalating into a fourth day.
Yeah, the war between Israel and the Palestinian militant group Hamas has claimed at least 1,900 lives on both sides, including more than a dozen Americans. Today, President Joe Biden condemned the attacks on Israel that started Saturday, calling Hamas, quote, sheer evil.
The stated purpose is the annihilation of the state of Israel and the murder of Jewish people. They use Palestinian civilians as human shields. Hamas offers nothing but terror and bloodshed with no regard to who pays the price. The loss of innocent life is heartbreaking.
In a show of solidarity with Israel, the president is sending Secretary of State Antony Blinken to the country to discuss possible aid. The fighting began Saturday morning when Hamas launched thousands of rockets towards southern and central Israel. Israel then declared war, launching a massive counterattack in Gaza. There are reports Hamas kidnapped dozens of civilians and took them to Gaza as hostages. Hamas claims their main goal is to free Palestinians from occupation and reclaim large parts of Israel.
And here at home tonight, the Jewish community is responding to the violence. Richard Reeve has their messages and reaction from a man seeing the war firsthand.
An outpouring of emotion at Beth El Synagogue in St. Louis Park.
This is a level of inhumanity that we haven't seen in a very long time.
Hundreds of people gathering inside and outside in support of Israel and its people, just days after the Hamas attack.
We're coming together to express the full range of our grief and outrage and anger at this horrific atrocity.
The war, which has claimed around 2,000 lives on both sides, is still escalating. At Lake Street in Chicago and Minneapolis, Jews who say they are in solidarity with Palestinians held a morning ritual to pray for the lives lost and for an end to the Israeli occupation that began decades ago.
We're yearning also for an end to the cycles of violence that we see playing out generation after generation.
Violence that is taking its toll on the civilian population.
Our hearts go out to them. But as I was saying earlier, we are facing now an existential threat to our country.
William Kohlbrenner is a university professor who works in Tel Aviv. He says he feels for civilians in Gaza who are being killed, but adds this is no ordinary conflict.
We shouldn't confuse it for being something else. It was a deliberate and planned military operation the aim of which was the killing of Jews.
Professor Kohlbrenner talking about Hamas, which has been designated by the U.S. and the European Union as a terrorist organization.
We have to mourn those who have died, and I agree. We have to mourn those who have died, but I don't think it's too soon to be talking about how we can actually move towards peace.
Eric Schwartz, a public affairs professor at the University of Minnesota, believes the Israeli government needs to re-examine the occupation and the potential for a Palestinian state.
The government of Israel is going to have to come to grips with that. Otherwise, it is just going to be a recipe for continued conflict in the months and the years and even the decades to come.
Professor Kohlbrenner, speaking to us from Jerusalem, says he believes this is not going to be a small military campaign. Kohlbrenner says for his country, this is a matter of life and death. He believes it will be, in his words, a long haul, Lindsay.
Thank you, Rich.